people.
Stability. Stocks in Japan have risen to record levels after the Prime Minister Sanai Takaichi won a landslide election victory. Investors appear reassured by the scale of Mr. Takaichi's success. The UN Migration Agency says that 53 people, including 2 babies, are dead or missing after the boat carrying them turned off the coast of Libya last week. Officials in Lebanon say that at least 3 people, including a young child, have been killed in an Israeli strike in the south of the country, despite a ceasefire. The Israeli military says that it was targeting what it described as a Hezbollah terrorist. Eritrea.
has been done, no history with what has been done for the years. So it's easy to say, wait, when you feel as though time is on your side, especially when you haven't already been engaged for years playing with the people. And see, the problem is, and I took off, and my comment was, why the same excuse for being used into a back-to-back bad deal? Why we doing these rush jobs and never publicly addressing the shortcomings of the last bad deal, right? With those great community partners who really was just tenants who left. And because my thought process, my whole thought process with this is that the city, the administration, council needs to pump the brakes. And it seems that council feels the same way, but some council members don't.
Okay, so we did have some thank y'all. We had some technical difficulties, so our Facebook audience didn't hear it. So we're gonna wheel it. We're gonna wheel it, Selector.
They didn't hear me?
They didn't hear
No, they didn't hear
They
didn't hear you, but before we hop on, because it's a hot thing. Your weekend was good. How was your weekend?
It was amazing. We could do all of that on
Man, we'll do it on the second half.
We'll do the second half.
Listen, man, coming in hot.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't pay attention to this gas plant, the future of Black St. Pete is in the balance.
Yeah.
And we're taking it and we're listening to people who have a vested interest.
So we got to rewind it back for our Facebook
man,
audience. So before the sound came on, y'all, what to say? We got the last 50 seconds. Thank you, Kurt Donnelly. And so Mr. Edmond was on his he was looking on Facebook, and on Facebook he was on the page of the president of the NAACP.
I don't know if she actually has a regular citizen, so I don't know.
Okay, so it's a comment. It's a
Facebook post. I don't know what capacity she was speaking in.
But so what was the Facebook post saying?
The Facebook post was talking about the city council budget discussion.
Tag Esther. Let me tag Esther.
This was actually tag.
Let me tag Esther so she can call it, because I don't want them to be saying, "Oh, I heard they was talking about me on the show."
Yeah, we talking about you.
You know,
we
we talking about what you talking about.
Yeah, so
we talking about this issue. We're not talking about you.
Yeah.
But you raised it on your
the
page.
Views expressed. See, I started off with
hold
doing my own
on.
views
So
expressed.
she raised the issue on her page, and we're talking about the issue that she raised. So that's why I want to make sure that we tag her. Also, I'm gonna tag Miss Deborah Fig Sanders because she was commenting, and
the honorable,
the honorable council member Fig Sanders. But again, we're not sure if they were speaking in their official capacity or if they were speaking. And so the Facebook post that you're referring
was about the budget and the gaps.
Post. You got the post in front of you?
I mean, it's too big, man.
It's a long post. Okay, gotcha.
Man, I don't be with that.
So the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, the Cliff Notes thing. Y'all can go to her page and check it out. Or whatever.
Okay.
And the comment that I was speaking on was Miss Mandy Liggett had just copied and pasted what it seems like a message from Council Member Corey Givens.
Okay.
And Corey Givens was in here talking about like the pause.
Okay,
you talking about the pause?
Yeah, because so for those who didn't see it, so last Thursday, and we actually posted this on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page, where the city council just voted to basically do a master plan or review a plan, taking what I guess we call a plan first approach to the Tropicana field development.
And people but heard about it.
Yeah, but it was a 6-2 vote. The majority of the council went with it. The 2 no votes was Council Member Fig Sanders and Council Member Copley Gertis.
Great job.
And so those two said that they didn't want to support the plan first.
No, they want to sell first.
Model.
They want to sell first model.
And so, but however, the administration has already said that
they ain't listening.
That they're not going to, do that. You know what I mean? So that's
wait, pause. Yeah, 6 people said pause.
And then they said, no, we ain't pausing. Ain't nothing to pause for.
Even before the vote, the mayor was like,
I ain't pausing.
We've done, he said that he feels like that the city has done the due diligence. There was a master plan that was done in 2016, 10 years ago.
Oh, 10 years. We got a 10-year master plan?
The master plan. I don't know how long the plan is for.
That's about as old as the appraisal.
So 10 years ago was the master plan. 2020, they had an RFP. 2022, they had an RFP that was canceled by the current mayor. And then in 2024, they accepted a proposal by the Rays Hines. And so they're saying, because they did the master plan 10 years ago and they've had 3 subsequent RFP bids, they pretty sure and confident that they know what the people want.
3 horrible.
They don't need to do a plan first.
Okay, so I'm just want to be clear.
Yeah.
So it went to city council, right?
Yeah. So Councilmember Gabbard
threw it on the table
Put it saying, hey, let's do a master plan.
because we need to pause.
No, we need a plan.
Right, we need to plan.
Yeah, because the thing is with a plan, the plan tells you what you want to do and then how you want to do it. And then you start accepting proposals to get you what you want.
Right.
But they're saying we don't want to do that. We just
right.
They say we don't need a plan because we already know what we want.
Right. But
that's what the administration's position
right. The administration. Now, here's the problem that I have with that is that we have city council.
Mm-hmm.
And if they voted because they represent the district, right?
Yeah.
The different districts that's here in our county in St. Pete, and you're supposed to listen to them, right? Because we're listening to the people.
No, we don't listen to the people. We only listen to the people when the people saying what we want to listen to. Hey, but this is what I'm saying, and I'm going to really be honest with this, right? The future of Black St. Pete is in the balance. This decision could decimate the Black community even more. And I think the reason for the rushing, it is right in line, not the reason, but the trend of rushing, it only continues from the last process. The last process was extremely rushed. They entered into a multi-year contract with a company that had just opened. Mm-hmm. They didn't enter into a deal with the Rays. Right. And that's why they don't want to go back and look at that problem. They don't want to go back and say, hey, let's see what happened, good, bad, and indifferent, and publicly talk about it. Here we is almost a year, 2 years later, and we still don't know what happened, why the deal imploded from the inside. Mm-hmm. We still don't know the intricacies of the deal. We can't Sankofa. We can't look back and see what went right or wrong and move forward properly because the powers that be feel that we don't even need to talk about this. We need to just move forward and that's it. Y'all, we're going to do this whether you like it or not. We got 9, 8 bids. We might have the same number of people running for mayor too.
So just again, I'm actually I have an article here. So again, for those who just tuning in, we're talking about the Tampa Bay we're talking about the St. Pete City Council vote to delay the Trop site proposal, right? And this Trop site proposal vote, it was the City Council approved the resolution to pause any action related to selecting or negotiating a historic gas plant redevelopment proposal. The resolution is non-binding, and Mayor Welch has previously told the media that he will not pause an already long-delayed generational project regardless of what the council decides.
Or the people.
9 development teams submitted proposals to reimagine the roughly 86 acres currently home of the Tropicana Field site. The deadline was Tuesday. Councilmember Brandy Gabbard had advocated for an Urban Land Institute complete extensive study back in October. This was 2 weeks after the city received the proposal from ARC Investments, which was an unsolicited bid. They said that they're not just voting on the resolution. We're deciding how history will remember our stewardship for St. Pete's most valuable remaining asset.
That what council said?
Councilmember Gabbard said that. Historic gas plant. The previously estimated analysis is estimated to cost $135,000. They said it's a small investment with a massive return, and it would not allow us to negotiate for it. And it will allow us to negotiate from a position of strength, not desperation, because that's what was apparent last time.
They're desperate, and I think what it is I think, this is like a poker game, and I think some of our council members has already showed their hand, and a lot of the administration has already showed their hand. The previous negotiation, they showed you they want this no matter what. There was no safeguards put in place by the St. Pete City Council or the administration. That is the F. That's an F, dog.
Yeah.
And then we don't look at it and we don't talk about it. And guess what? Then it ain't going to be no safeguards in this deal that protect us. Thank you to the conservative county commission who put the safeguards in place that ran the Rays out of town.
Okay.
Because they was fronting on us, y'all. They didn't have the money. They was leaving anyway. See, they was gonna pull the shell game on us because there was no safeguards to protect us from them doing it.
Yeah.
But thank God that those newly elected guys in the county commission saw it fit to put a safety valve inside of the deal, which actually ran the Rays out of town because they was bluffing. They ain't have nothing in their hand, right?
Yeah.
And this time we got to make sure we don't let these investors bluff us. Because they're professionals at it. These people are the biggest sharks in the Shark Tank. We're dealing with them. Everybody's now a good community partner when you want to do a deal with them. But as soon as the deal fumble, you don't even talk about your community partner no more. You don't even talk about your little community partner no more. You don't even say their name no more.
Yeah.
Please stop doing this to us. Stop playing with us. My future, my family's future in this city demands or depends on well thought out decisions from here on out. And please, let's not rush it.
Amen. So you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Gems. Let us know what you think. Do you support the pause? Do you support moving forward? Do you think that, the community input has been valued and considered? And are you confident that it will be included in what the city decides to do?
I support the pause. And everything prior to this point had a stadium on it.
Yes.
Right.
I looked at the proposals and out of the 9 that was submitted, I think 3 of the 9 still have stadium elements in it.
But what I'm saying is the focus was the Rays.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
And now that the Rays are basically kind of out.
Not basically,
So,
they're in Tampa.
They're gone. Okay. So now that the Rays are out, don't that change the plan?
Yes.
Significantly. If you did all the research and everything was done and it was focused on having a Rays stadium and the Rays being there, and now that the Rays are out, doesn't that change what that looks like and what that plan should be?
Not
so there
should be.
No, I'm saying, but there should be a pause in it
So
because this is like you're changing a relationship.
So let's talk about it real quick.
This is a new relationship under new rules.
Right. And so when you get in a new relationship, there's new rules. Like the things that the Rays like, I might not like. The new developer may not like.
I think they like being treated like this.
So real quick, looked at the proposals and the ones that were explicit or had some type of stadium component into it. So the proposals that do have stadium components, the Art Ellison Horace one, it includes a stadium option. It's tied to the future of the Tampa Bay Rays. But it's important to note, they said, is that the proposal is not stadium dependent, but it does explicitly preserve and plans for the Rays Stadium scenario.
Kind of what Kreisman did.
If the city choose. So they basically took
kind of what Kreisman did.
And then there's one that's called the Berg Bid LLC. It's explicitly stadium centric. And so they probably finna be knocked out right off the bat because their redevelopment vision is directly anchored to a Major League Baseball stadium and related mixed-use development. And the stadium is a core organizing feature and is not optional in the Berg Bids proposal. Also, Freedom Communities Company is another one. It includes a stadium or a major sports event venue as part of the development concept. The stadium is framed as an economic and cultural anchor tied to a large-scale activation of the site. The other proposals that don't include stadiums, but they do include like housing, community facilities, and we're gonna talk about this a little more. We're gonna actually go through, not today, but we're gonna start reviewing these proposals and looking at these different elements. But
having a community meeting series that y'all all gonna be invited to.
Yeah.
But if we're having a community, so here's my thing: if the administration said that we're gonna move forward regardless, right?
He said that they're basically
moving forward regardless.
The plan, again, they said that they had a master plan 10 years ago, and then they've had the RFP process. They've had all of these community meetings.
But why they took a unsolicited bid, though?
And so they're saying that they've done all of the due diligence, and it's just a waste of time.
So the due diligence is an unsolicited bid. That's not all the due diligence. I would challenge them and say, if you did the due diligence, we would not have an unsolicited bid. We wouldn't be under the Florida rules of unsolicited bid. This is the worst scenario for us. So the city council has to be our safeguard. I'm going to stand with city council and the city council members that's standing against this. We got y'all back. The community see y'all. Y'all future are solidified in this city at this point. Why? Because y'all are doing the will of the people. And the people who ain't doing the will of the people, y'all future is in question. Bottom line.
So there's a question in here I want to take, and we can probably lift it up. I want to make sure I read it right. So when soliciting for plans, were there call us 727-637-2416 because I'm having a challenge with the way this is worded. When soliciting for plans, were there well-defined goals that reflects the need. Okay, so when they were soliciting for plans, were there well-defined goals that reflect the needs of the community?
I mean,
That's the question.
I say no, but I want to read Mama Blue question because this is important too. Mama Blue say, I just want to know what happens with the $50 million roof that was just put on. And see, a lot of these questions, a lot of citizens have, but we are getting a brick wall from the people at the top. A lot of people say you don't know what you're talking about.
What you mean when you say what's happening with the roof? The roof is the
roof. But no, that's a legitimate question. She's talking about the $50 million that they just spent $50 million, and that's a legitimate question. That I think.
That's an easy answer though. It is because how you gonna answer it wrong? I was on council when this was happening. So what? So in their pocket and take it with them? No, I can tell you what's going to happen. It's just like any other property where you invest in. If you own your house and your roof get blowed off and you replace your roof, whatever you spent to fix that roof is what you spent to fix that roof.
Right.
That's what happens. You spent the money, you fix your roof. Now, if the rays, because the rays are planning. Hold on, let me walk this out. So the rays are because you're ready to dispute something that's just really. And not even nothing that needs to be disputed. All it is okay. So once you replace the roof, now the building is the building. Yeah. The Rays have a lease to use the building until 2028. Right. Now at 2028, it don't look like the Rays are going to have a new building. Right. Because they're still in negotiations in Tampa, and I don't think they're going to be able to build a new building in 2 years. So what's probably going to happen is they're going to need to extend the lease on the building that they're in until their new building is done. That's what they're going to be.
I think the problem is we make I think a lot of problem is we making a lot of assumptions.
And you're not.
No, because they have options. They can play in Tampa. They don't have to stay here. They have options, and what we're doing, we assume some things, and then we make a plan on it. But the reality is
assumption as well.
No, I mean I said they got options. Yeah. I said options.
I didn't assume. I didn't make an assumption.
But
I said
a lot of people are feeling that we're gonna, and this is in the news. I'm not just talking about what you're saying, Brother John. In the news, everybody is saying that it's looking like the 28 is going to be extended. And what I'm saying is that's a in the box thinking. You're not thinking like a billionaire. I can go anywhere I want. Turkey, I can go anywhere I want.
And then we answer Mama Blue's question. If they do that, then if they do that, now the city has a Tropicana field site that they can do graduations at and concerts or whatever they want to do with until they tear it down and redevelop the area.
So pretty much is we wasted. It's going to be like $50-60 million that's going to get torn down. And just say that. Yeah. Just say it's looking like in 2 to 3 years.
That's an assumption. That's because they might be able to keep the stadium while it might be 5 years.
But
the
likely
you never know.
But the likely outcome.
Same thing. You're trying to not do what you trying to. Come on, man. What you doing?
The likely outcome is the bulldozers.
Like, okay, let me look at my crystal ball and see exactly what's going to happen.
But it's already been talked about it already been talked about amongst council members and amongst the people that's involved. We know they're going to knock it down. We know the plan is not. We know the plan within the next 5 years. They're not planning to keep this for another 10 years.
Okay.
In their mind, they want to build something else on another end of the property. Mm-hmm. So their goal is to knock that down to shift to the other side of the property. Oh, I don't know, because it's assumptions.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
Right. But what we do know,
I agree.
Acknowledging your participation in this thing.
Well, actually, listen, call back after the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we still working through. We got some new stuff, y'all.
Yeah, we got new.
I'm sorry, y'all. We upgraded,
y'all. We upgraded.
And I'm on the other side of the board right now. Right.
Some things have changed.
Yeah.
I know. Hold on.
We call back. On the line. Call back. We got 1 minute. We gonna have to go to the break. Stick and stay. If y'all watching, we came in hot. We're gonna stay hot. We got a lot of good subjects. We got democracy now.
That's it.
Say something, caller.
Caller. There we go. I heard it. Whatever you just did, Tony Charles. Caller.
Yes, sir.
Okay, caller, you're on there.
Hey, good morning, Brother John. Good morning.
Is it Kurt?
Brother Jabbar.
Hey.
Kurt, what's good, man? Good to hear your voice.
It's good to be alive still. Yeah.
I hear that. So did I read your question right?
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking I'm a government contractor. It's what I do for a living. But they always say clearly when you bid on a contract, what's the goal of it? And it seems to me that if you're just getting all these random, here's the new plan, and here's the new plan, if they don't have some sort of constraints as to what the economic goals are, then
Right.
you have no really way of grading one plan versus another.
Exactly.
It seems to me that the primary goal for this would be to essentially ending generational poverty in that area.
Yeah.
So that seems to be the primary goal. So if they can't explain how their plan is going to do that, then it's a waste of time.
That's right. Thank you for that, Kurt. I appreciate you calling. Like I said, it was easier to hear you say it.
No worries.
Thank you again for tuning in. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to talk more about what Kurt just lifted up, because that was an amazing introduction to this. And that's another part of what the conversation has been, is like, okay, what are you measuring these proposals against?
Right.
And if you're measuring the proposals against,
we
over the
So
time.
listen,
Dante, don't be mad at us. We're still figuring it out.
Tag a friend, tell a friend. We'll be back 7 minutes after the hour. We're about to go ahead and take a break.
Head on.
And watch this commercial.
Let me find it. Thanks, Kurt.
Kurt, hang up on
Thank y'all.
All
All
right.
right, bye.
All right, bye.
That won't do it.
You got it.
Okay.
He coming
us
on.
talking.
Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't worry.
got it. We had to unmute.
We're going back to go one more time, brother John.
Yeah.
What we doing?
Yeah, for the Facebook audience, you might have missed that. The Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, thank you, Q, callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Gems, its ownership, management, affiliate sponsors, or partners at all. This is us talking for us.
Him?
Yeah.
Old school. Him?
Yeah. So how was your weekend?
It was a weekend. Back to the grass plant.
Oh. I'm gonna tell you about my weekend. I had a good weekend.
We had a good weekend. Yeah.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Tell me about
So I went to a black men's meeting. I started off Saturday at the Uhuru. I think it was the one of the frat brother groups, the Blue Group. I don't want to disrespect their name. I don't know.
I just called it the Blue Group.
That's their color.
Okay. So
Sigmas.
Oh, it's blue signal? Okay.
No.
Well, it was blue. Royal
Okay.
blue. It was royal blue. Okay, but back to it was a men's meeting, and they was talking about black men's health and heart attacks and strokes. And like y'all laughing, but this is a serious
topic.
Listen, this serious.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Just your framework.
I'm
and how you
glad-
think these things.
I'm glad-
You can't just make it. We can't make.
We just can't say colors.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, but this is important. The lady was talking about like your heart rate, like 130 over 90 or something was good.
120 over 80
or whatever. Yeah.
So I wasn't there, but I know that.
Yes, thank you. And so in my mind, and I said, well, dang, I'm a walking, talking heart attack because I'm 150, 180 over 130 every day.
How do you know?
Every day I got my heart thing on.
Okay.
Yes,
And it's telling you is okay.
Man, listen, I'm a walking, talking heart attack, man, and this is my everyday life. And I'm living.
I do need to slow you down a little bit.
Listen, I told the lady straight up, we're living in conditions daily that y'all call a travesty. Y'all call it a apocalypse. But this is our everyday life. You know what I'm saying? We're under extraordinary stress as black men. We're in a psychological conundrum where we can't provide adequately for our families at times. Where we're stressed more than anybody. We get stressed at work, we get stressed on our way home, then we get home and get some more stress. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And the reality is it shows in our health outcomes. And this is the problem I have. We have clear history with the medical industry. We have clear social and society issues. And then y'all get in front of a room full of people and ask us what's wrong. You get in front of the room and ask why we don't do this and why we don't do that with all the evidence.
Why don't you do what?
They were saying why black men don't go to the doctor, why black men are having high blood pressure. People didn't really answer. It wasn't a question. This was just rhetorical. This was the presentation.
Okay.
This was the presentation. And
that's why I said I want to slow you down because I'm trying to follow what you're saying.
It was the presentation.
And so when I come in this, and when I walk into this room and I'm seeing this presentation,
it was the presentation.
So the presenter, are they telling people?
They stating the facts.
Have they done a study to say this is why black men don't go to the doctor?
It's just their profession and they know the stats and the numbers, right? The doctor type lifestyle. And these are true facts. These are true stats. So you know what I'm saying?
So you went and I am too. But I think I know what because
I
know what he went to this meeting.
I saw Jay Caldevine.
Right. So with it, the stats is they're trying to figure out why black men don't go. And then they gave the stats.
Not just that. That was just one of them. One of them was like about the blood pressures that black men have high blood pressure, high hypertension. Well, we got to look into why is this and this and that. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to tell you why. Okay. We're living under the most.
I missed that part. That's important.
We're living under the most historic attack ever known to man, and everybody act like we're just tripping.
Yeah.
Everybody just act like, oh, don't worry about it. What are you talking about? It ain't like that no more. No, this is still clutch situations for us. We're still living through the most horrific situations that we call a regular day. And it's psychological, it's physical, it's mental. We're going through it all at one time, right? And then the people who's supposed to help us look at us and say, hey, what's wrong?
Okay. Not considering just
the reality.
I'm going to say this.
Is one of the things that's a challenge, yeah.
But I just think that this historically is something that in a culture that we deal with. I don't think this is new.
Yeah, we've been
No,
dealing
no,
with
no.
high
Like
blood
this
pressure.
is
Yeah,
like,
we've been, yeah.
I don't think this new, like all the challenges of being black in
Mhm.
America. You know what I mean? So I think, and then we've also
So I guess maybe the question would be, do you think that because it's not new that it's overlooked
It's normalized.
as one of the causes for why we
I think
have
it
these
is
type
kind
of
of
outcomes?
I think it is
It's
because
normalized.
in our culture, it used to be like, if your head hurt, go to sleep.
Yeah.
If something wrong with you, drink some water. You have these home remedies, and the doctor wasn't the place that we went to, right?
Yeah.
And then we have this distrust for the system, who tells us that we're supposed to take medicine, and then now we don't do that, and then we look for his holistic
You
ways
next.
to go and find it, but then we really don't do our research on it. And so we do half of the holistic ways, but then don't do the other half of it. So now we're stuck in this limbo mode where we're still having these health issues because we're not completely following through with what we need to. Now that's my opinion.
Mr. Emmett.
And that was one of the issues that I was talking about.
What's good, brother?
A lot of reason we have distrust with the system because they experimented on us, right? We have a historical and generational history with the medical industry that doesn't disappear when I have a heart condition. It doesn't disappear when I walk. I've had some real health challenges, right?
Okay.
And I've been dealing with doctors. I done snapped on doctors several times, right? I went into a doctor with a condition, and the first thing they offered me was Oxycontin. So I had to use my own intelligence, right? And then I say, hey, doc, can you got me something natural? Oh, well, I'm a natural pathologist. Wait a minute. So the first thing, you're a natural pathologist, but the first thing you offer me is dope?
Yeah.
And then the next thing you offer me is turmeric? So one is in a pharmacy and one is in my refrigerator. So you mean to tell me you go from dope, a heroin level dope, to a turmeric, son, I put in my food already?
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me that first? And see, that's the problem. See, now I distrust her. See, I didn't discuss this with her.
Right.
But I said, oh, no, baby. Everything you say to me gets second, third, fourth, and fifth check. Because you just offered me a drug that I have friends that died from ODs.
Yeah.
From that same dope.
Right.
Right. And the number one cause of addiction isn't the streets. It's the pharmacy.
Yeah.
It's the doctor. The doctor, the biggest dope dealer. The pharmacy is the biggest OD capital. People ain't start OD until they start doing them. Oh, I ain't gonna say that.
I was gonna say,
I ain't gonna do that. I said I ain't gonna do that.
But you
I took it back. Q.
But to your point, though, if you're not a lot of this, and again, we if you're just tuning in, we're talking about some of these. There was Mr. Edmond participated in a Black Men's Forum. It was talking about health, and during that conversation on health, they were having a conversation about high blood pressure and some of the reasons why Black men's condition are different from others. And so one of the things too, you talked about advocating for yourself. I was familiar with I think they said lisinopril. I don't have all of the research.
Yeah, that's
what they said.
The blood that you got to take.
But that's one of the prescriptions that they give to black people for high blood pressure.
Right.
That you got to take it for the rest of your life.
But black people not supposed to be taking it because there's adverse effects on black people when they take that, and there's other drugs
and
that
other
you can
options.
use.
They offered me that too, and then me and the lady, right? We talking, and she, like
this
I said,
and this does not constitute medical advice.
No. This is real life experiences.
Yeah.
This ain't against the doctors, but you asking how to get us in there. First, start telling the truth and address what we talking about. Stop trying to pretend like our issues aren't true issues. That's why there's always going to be a barrier, because once you don't address it, you think because we sitting in the room, I trust you now.
Yeah.
You never address the problems. That's back to like we were saying with the Trop.
Right.
If we're not addressing the things that went wrong, how can we build trust and move forward in the future? Y'all not doing the things it take. And that's the medical industry as well. And I told the lady, she did a great job. I'm talking about, she inspired me. I started writing him a book. I was inspired. I ain't gonna lie. But in that inspiration, I was able to see what the problem was too.
Yeah.
Right. Wrapped up into that inspiration, I seen what the problem was. And one of the main problems is you're not listening to the main person, the patient.
Yeah.
You start off by minimizing who I am and minimizing my issues. And now you're trying to diagnose me. It's not a good diagnosis because you ain't take me into consideration. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're just doing a step. Step 2, that's what the lady did.
Yeah.
She came in, you heard in step 1, heavy dope.
Yeah.
Step 2, oh, well, I got another option for you. Oh, you talking about options? Hold on. Then she put up another paper that was natural. She had this paper.
I like how you said it. One of them was in the pharmacy, the other one was in your refrigerator.
Yeah, and that's for real.
Yeah.
And that was my ability to assess the situation in real time.
So did she have both of the papers there?
No, this was her script. So you know how in professions, once you done it so long, you have like a set thing you do.
Right.
So she's sitting there going through her script, her check down.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, I'm not a normal person.
But
You can't read that to me.
So I get it. But let's say this. But you got to give her some credit. As soon as you told her that, she gave you the option of what you looking for.
What if I would never ask her? What if I would have never said anything about natural? What if I would have just said, okay, doctor, you sure? Are you sure about Oxycontin, doc? Yeah. Or what you want, Advil? Or you want, Benadryl? What you want?
No, to the point that you're making, because, and this is what I was saying earlier too, about knowing how to advocate for yourself. Because if you walk into that space and you telling them that you got an issue and they say, well, in order to address your issue, we're going to give you Oxycontin. If you trust in your doctor blindly, then you're going to walk out of there with a prescription of Oxy when all you had to do was double click
and say, hey.
And a lot of people are not double clicking.
But then, a lot of doctors are not on that. Not a lot. Let's say that. Some doctors, they're not on that side.
But look,
they're not on that side. So, I mean, so the doctor, I'm going to say this. You see a lot of patients, and I'm not taking up for them because I'm happy that she was able to give you the other option. Oh,
I am too.
Right. That she was able to
that was the response, though. That wasn't her initial reaction.
I'm happy I had the awareness to not take Oxycontin and to demand another treatment.
Thank you for putting that in here.
Because if we don't...
UB says lisinopril has adverse effects on Black people, especially Black women. There's a lawsuit against them currently.
Wow.
Yeah, they're actually suing.
That was the one you were talking about.
And then Kurt Donnelly said, on average, health outcomes are tied to money. The wealthy outlive average by over 10 years.
But look, and my number one thing, one of the main issues with that is a lot of wealthy people explore other options.
Yeah,
because they have the money to do the options.
Right. And then they're going, but what they're doing also, they're going to doctors that specialize in that area.
I did too. I had a natural pathologist who offered me Oxycontin.
But you didn't know she was that until
I asked. That's the problem.
That's
you
know
a better solution. Watch this.
But what I'm saying
for me, you offer me the solution that comes with addiction, that we know comes with addiction and overdose. We know. We know. I walked in here. She know I don't take pills. She know I don't have prescriptions. This is what my doctor knows. So now your first prescription, you're the winner. You get Oxycontin. Come on, baby. I have to be savvy enough to say, hold on now.
The kickback on Oxycontin probably better than it is on turmeric.
No.
Like who giving the kickback on turmeric?
Ooh, Brother John.
Who paying you to prescribe turmeric?
Okay, so now I need to.
Somebody's paying you to prescribe their drugs.
But they don't supposed to. They take you out to lunch and stuff. But I'll talk about that later. That's another little.
They pay you, but they don't pay you.
Okay, so maybe I look at your doctor a little bit different. So how long has she been your doctor?
Probably since I've been dealing with her.
If that ain't an answer, if that ain't an answer that you can expect from Mr. Edmond,
I know the longest I know.
How long you been dealing with your doctor? How long?
Boy, never mind. All right. I just
He's the first time.
Never mind.
So listen, thank you for that. That was a part of Mr. Edmond's weekend.
Then we went for 30 minutes.
Yes. So continuing the conversation about how your weekend went.
Black Mob.
Black Money Movement.
No, his weekend is over with.
Yeah.
But no, we gonna say big shouts out to Big C's, big shouts out to the Black Money Movement, the Black Mob. They did it again. Business was successful.
Yeah.
We y'all community members. Y'all don't know the Campbell Park neighborhood, the black men, the black men from the men's meeting came.
Okay.
Big shouts out to Royce. So when we was at the first event, we just made an announcement, and boy, them people came.
Yeah.
Boy, shouts out to them brothers, man. The fraternity. I don't know y'all name. The blue group.
Go ahead. All right. How was your weekend?
It was great. So funny. But we did the Fit City 5K, and so we did.
That was on Friday.
That was on Friday.
But that counts as the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving people content.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so it was the 9th annual
sorry,
Fit
Q.
City 5K, done by the city of St. Pete. It was done on Friday
It
at
was
Benoit
good,
Park, and I want to give a shout out to like our whole team. So shout out to Treeslin.
Oh, she said it all
for the Health and Wellness Committee, really getting us involved. So me and my wife, this is our 3rd year. So I did it the first year. I think it was when I was on council, and so the city team. Because you actually can train for it. And our team was called the Pelican Pacers, and we would meet up at Crescent Lake getting ready for this 5K. And so we did that the first year. So and then last year we did it. And then this year, it was more participation again through the neighborhood association, through the One Community Grocery Co-op, and and so we had a well representation. And I walked the 5K, me and Miss Eva. And Miss Eva, if you're listening, we gonna let them know that we finished the 5K and the thing that we would say at the same time, and we did it in under an hour.
I was just going to ask you, did you do the 5K out of 1 mile?
I did the 5K
because you have
Y'all ran the walk.
We walked.
They walked.
Yeah, we walked it. We
I
walked
walked
it
it
like
too.
we was hot stepping.
You weren't even there.
I was.
We was hot stepping.
You was?
Yeah, I
we
pulled
ain't
up.
see you.
Listen, because I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a
Because everybody
ninja.
was asking,
I'm,
where's your
listen,
bar?
I'm like a ninja. Poof.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm finna tell you, because big shouts out to Treeslin. She got me.
roll by.
No, the Keep It Moving challenge. Look, I ain't look. Watch
Oh yeah,
this.
no, we do.
Man, I'm
so,
not
so
playing
also
with
what
these
he's
people.
showing for those who
I'm not
can't see
playing
him
with
on
I
his
see
phone.
him. I see them.
So
I
really
see
playing
them.
with the people, man.
So we're also, as a part of our health and wellness initiative, we're doing this American Health Week challenge.
Of course,
And
I know
in
why.
the challenge, Mr. Edmund is getting his steps up. And
You know
so-
what? I know why.
You know why his steps so high?
She-
You know the backstory
Well,
why
well,
your steps
listen,
up.
But this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say, and this is really real, dog. I don't want to be joking. God's plan. Listen, dog. Man, listen, man. I'm talking about
We gonna
God's
let it
plan.
breathe. We just gotta let it breathe. You gotta let it
plan.
breathe.
Listen,
Let it breathe.
God's plan.
Get
Listen,
your breath.
listen. They made a song about this, dog. Listen. I was put in a situation where I could excel and be great. Big shouts out to Charles Paul Wellness Committee.
Yeah.
I am number 5 on our team.
You know what? I
started
love
late.
it. I
started
love it.
late.
Let me tell you, no.
Now I've climbed up the ladder.
It
of
don't
it.
matter how he got
It
there.
don't matter. And let me tell
Oh
you,
wow! Oh wow!
Why he there?
so this is a true testament. Your perception is your reality.
Yes.
Right, because a matter of fact, we had somebody come on, and we had somebody come in, a guest, and just said like basically their perception, how they overcame everything, right?
Like, look
And
at
it was
Yeah, that's
like
right, that's
God
right.
came through, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom.
that was
Right?
Romeo.
Romeo, yeah.
And then after it,
This-
we got
the other
email,
story.
another story from somebody else to say, "Hey, we help."
Yeah.
No,
Right,
but
and
it's
it was
two
no.
truths. It's two truths.
Q got the mic.
I just said it's two truths.
But she was talking when you said that though. So please let her finish what she's saying.
So he done said it. So her perception was I helped, and what she did, but his perception is God sent all my help. Right?
That's
So,
what God did for me.
But if you would let her finish, and then we could have like.
All right, next
it
time.
would've-
I'm gonna start. Yeah.
The
No,
way
it's smooth.
conversation.
You right,
know
Brother
what I
John.
mean?
I'm working on it.
Yeah. We
Are
gotta
you
call her.
really?
I am. You see, I've been sitting down. I ain't got up but 2 times.
Lies.
Hello, caller.
But it was the camera. It's to fix the camera.
Hello, caller.
Playback.
Speaker and the button on the side.
Caller, we got some new systems in place.
Hey, and
we working through
so
it.
while he doing
thank you
that,
for your patience.
I'm going go into this store
Then we
about
gonna have
me
to stop.
walking.
Okay,
And-
yeah. Go ahead.
And I've been able to average 12 to 13,000 steps. And I got my little course that I do.
Mhm.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm all right, you ready?
Caller, you're on there.
Put him on speaker.
Grand Rising.
Oh,
Okay.
no,
Grand
Here you good.
Hey, Coach D.
I got some stuff for you guys. I'll take it offline, but I just wanted to say good morning, Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. I've been sharing you with a new group called Royals United,
Okay.
and I will share that stuff with you offline. They do some radio stuff too.
Thank you.
And listen, we got to collaborate, cooperate, and find other ways to get our words out, because without cooperation, We may do it from different places and different spaces, but what we're doing is good. What we're doing is good, y'all. I encourage y'all all the time. This is Make It Happen Monday for me. We're gonna make some stuff happen today. Make it happen.
Awesome.
Shaking and baking.
Thank you so much
Have
for
a
your Coach
wonderful
G.
day.
You
Appreciate
too. Thank you for the
you.
support. Appreciate you calling in. So if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams, Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, The Bird. And we want to let you know also, you know that this is election season, right? We got an electoral cycle that's coming up. And so we want to let you know, attention, any candidates, if you're out there and you're running for office and you want to connect with an audience that's really, you want to connect with the people, then here's a way that you can do it. So again, 99 Jams will allow you can underwrite a show, build your audience, share your message. Our listeners tune in because they trust the voices that are on this station, the culture, the conversation, and the connection. By underwriting a show is one of the most effective ways for you to introduce yourself, highlight your platform, and stay in front of the people you want to serve. Your message stays local. Your support strengthens Black media, and your campaign gets consistent visibility. So if you want to reach the heart of St. Pete, this is where you can do it. For underwriting information, rates, or to lock in your spot, send us a message or hit the contact button at www.99jamstheberg.com.
So that is your invitation.
So don't say you ain't get invited.
Yes, yes, that is your invitation.
Yeah.
All we're waiting for you to do is say, "Can I come on?"
Yeah.
And then we will direct you, and we will say yes.
Yeah. I mean, after you
do what you need to do.
It's a process before you get to that yes.
But what I'm saying,
but it ain't us stopping you from coming. You just gotta ask. Yeah.
And I want to say the reason they saying that, y'all, is because we the hottest show in Tampa Bay. Everybody want to be on our show. You got to go,
but they don't know how to ask.
You got to go through the process. We got rules and regulations, and you gonna follow them.
Yeah, that's all.
How I go.
That's all. It ain't that we don't want you or that we be blocking you or we trying to stop you from doing it. But you gotta,
And then they be mad and they don't know how to. This is, and I learned this psychology. We have weird ways of showing our affection and our admiration for people.
Okay.
And sometimes the ways we show our affection and admiration can seem hostile.
Yeah.
Right. We have hostile ways of showing that we love each other.
Okay.
Right. Or
let's say that I don't like hostile ways.
Well, did you think about it like this?
I would say
that's all.
I'm just saying I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I would say immature ways, because you think about the third grader and he liked the little third grade girl. So he tripping on the playground. He pulling her hair.
That's hostile.
Yeah.
That's still hostile.
But adults, you got adults
but it's people
that
do that. It's people who do that. That's how they don't know how to say that I like you. So I'm gonna be pushing you down.
Misplaced emotions.
Yeah. Don't do us like that.
It's misplaced emotions.
I don't like it.
If you love us, love us. Love us in public, love us in private. Don't be my friend on the phone, but then you get in public and acting fishy. Mm-hmm. See this that happened in high school?
That did happen in high school. It happened in real life too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's just no hating over here. Just come on. If you come in, just say, "Hey, I want to come. We're gonna direct." And once you get what you need to do, then you come on. Now,
and Q the one you got to talk to. So y'all better talk to her nice. Y'all better talk to her nice. I'm telling you now.
Even if you don't,
I'm telling you now.
If you follow the process, we'll get you on. Yeah. So I seen the story.
We gotta talk about the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Man, Super who?
Yeah.
Thank
you. Thank you for that. So the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny. So this is what I said about the Super Bowl show.
Okay, go ahead.
There's a group of people who are really excited about that show. Just in the same way that we was excited about Snoop Dogg, how we was excited about Kendrick Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's another group of people who was just as lost when they was watching Snoop Dogg and Kendrick Lamar as I was when I was watching Bad Bunny.
True and not true.
That's introspective.
I thought about that too, right?
Because I know it was people that was lost when they was watching Kendrick.
But the most
and they was like, "What is this?" And we like, "Yeah." And then last night I was kind of lost watching Bad Bunny, and I'm sure it was some people somewhere that was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, but the difference is that like they understood the words that was coming out.
They didn't understand Kendrick.
Yeah, they did. They they know English.
Because I be listening to NBA YoungBoy and can't understand.
Yeah,
stuff.
But you know why you can't? Because he mumbles.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's another group of people who listen to our music and they can't understand what we're saying. So we got excited and we fired up and we ready to go.
He got a point.
Jamming, but then like last night we sitting there probably how they was last year.
No, but see, this is the thing. You got the people who watched it and loved it because Bad Bunny is like one of the biggest stars in the world. Listen, for the last 10 years, like the man, like it's a phenomenal. He came out with a mask on and ended up showing his face eventually. But it's two types of people. It's three types of people. It's the people who loved the halftime show, the people who hated the halftime show, and the people who didn't watch the halftime show. I'm in the third group. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
There's a fourth group then. Because I didn't hate it or love it. And I watched it. So that's another group.
It was, and so I will tell you.
See, there you go, advocating for people that ain't talking. See, advocating for the voices. Go ahead, Brother John.
I'm just my lived experience. Like, I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, but I also watched it. And it was all right. We got a call on the line. Caller, we talking about the Super Bowl halftime show. What's your thoughts?
So my niece who's Puerto Rican.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
My niece who's Puerto Rican. My niece who's Puerto Rican had comments about people who were making negative comments about Bad Bunny. And here's the thing. We are a bilingual society, whether you speak Spanish or not. Many of us speak Spanglish.
I speak Spanish.
Well, and my sister who lives in Dallas, she's a black girl who speaks Spanish.
Sure.
If you go online, you'll find her.
Oh, black girl who speaks Spanish.
The black girl who speaks Spanish. Her name is Cree Perryman. She'll be at the Empowerment Summit in March.
Awesome.
And the thing about it is, we don't choose to be accepting of people who are mainstream in our society. We may not understand them, and it's important for us to be respectful. That is what I was frustrated with. That some people were not respectful of. Spanish is a mainstream language in America. They may not understand them, but to be disrespectful because you don't understand it, the same way that they're disrespectful to black people that speak ergonomics.
That's really the point that I was making, Coach D. Thank you for calling. Thank you for sharing that.
Charlie Fong said he loved it. He said he loved the show.
But I will tell you, it was clothes on too.
He kept clothes on. It was entertaining, right? It was definitely entertaining. I would have liked some. If you watched it, like it was like he was a performer. Like he performed from the time he stepped out.
He dancing?
They danced. He had dances. They were swinging from the trees and all that other stuff. So he put on a halftime show.
Yeah.
Now I would have liked, some subtitles. Yeah. But hey, give or take. But then I looked at it for the last 10 years. Like I went back and actually looked at it.
Yeah.
For the last 10 years, it was a mixture, but really hip hop culture or the black culture has really took over the.
Bad Bunny is a hip hop artist. Bad Bunny, I think because hip hop has dominated music or culture for the last 20, 30 years. Like the most dominant culture is like black music. And that's a lot of the Spanish and, African Afro beats and all this is hip hop.
Yeah. And that's why I was, again, just making the similarities, like, because I know a lot of black people and I saw some people on my timeline was like
crashing it.
Was kind of tripping. But that's when it dawned on me. I'm like, the same way that you feeling right now, it was somebody who felt that way when you were celebrating. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And so
always
you got to know your audience. And Donald Trump lost his mind. I ain't gonna even read it.
What happened? What happened?
Donald Trump said it was the worst thing.
I'm gonna read it. This is Donald Trump. This is the president of the United States of America on Truth Social. He says the Super Bowl halftime show is absolutely terrible. One of the worst ever. It makes no sense. It's an affront to the greatness of America. And doesn't represent our standards of success, creativity, or excellence. Nobody understands a word this guy is saying, and the dancing is disgusting, especially for young children that are watching throughout the USA and all over the world.
Oh, there's pop locking and dropping.
This show is just a slap in the face to our country, which is setting new standards and records every single day, including the best stock market and 401ks in history. There's nothing inspirational about this mess of a halftime show. And watch, it will get great reviews from the fake news media because they haven't got a clue of what's going on in the real world. And by the way, the NFL should immediately replace its ridiculous new kickoff rule. Make America great again, President Donald Trump.
For the person who made Michelle and Barack Obama monkeys.
I saw that.
So you know what I mean? Like,
so take that
like,
however you take it.
Yeah, take it however you take it. And again, what it did do, regardless if you liked it or not, somebody looked at that with bright eyes and say that could be me one day.
Yeah, that was what I liked about it.
And
it was definitely a
statement.
statement. And then the other part of it is like they're Puerto Rican, right? And so people were saying, well, they need to send them back to their country. Hello, Puerto Rico is the United States territory.
Oh, that's why they were saying he was going to bomb Puerto Rico.
Right, because
he was talking about
But Puerto Rico is a United States territory.
I mean,
so
they bomb their people.
Yeah, they do that.
Come on, man.
All right, so that was the Super Bowl halftime show, y'all. Thank y'all for letting us know. And then I saw something on Facebook too, where they said the Catalyst is officially closed. And so
remodeling.
Remodeling, re-update, new ownership, and so that St. Pete chapter is closed. And
what?
Yeah,
but they say new location coming soon.
Yeah,
stay tuned.
A new Catalyst location.
I don't want to put no words in nobody's mouth. I'm just what they
all
said
I'm gonna
was
say.
It was a good run. A new location coming soon.
All I'm gonna say is, well, I guess I still be at Urban where I started.
Why you say it like that?
And be at Urban where I started.
I love it over at Urban. Shout out to Urban Drinkery and Chandra, Dave, and all of the urban airs and everything that they're doing. All right, so I don't know if we talked about it last week. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Miss Teresa got some comments about the Super Bowl.
Okay, what she said?
She said, swinging from the power poles. Let me make this a little bigger, Miss Teresa.
Oh, they was twerking from the power poles?
Hold on. Swinging from the power poles was symbolic of when the hurricane hit Puerto Rico, and they were without power for months. And Trump went there and threw paper towels.
Oh, that's why
there was symbolism throughout the performance. And see, that's what I'm saying.
That's why he ain't like
because of the lingo and the language, and we check out because we don't understand what they're saying, but we miss the symbolic meaning of what they're doing. Miss Debbie Yachty, thank you for always supporting and tuning in. She says, I want to say shout out to the bilingual Spanish and English community performance last night. The thing was about unity and cultural pride, and over it was talking about how we're better together. It was embracing the layers. I felt like it was back in I felt like I was back in Spanish Harlem. I was loving it, and I was missing my Latino and Spanish friends. And Mama Blue, when I see you, I'm going to dance with you.
Yeah, because Mama Blue is gonna dance.
Oh,
and I want to say this: the Super Bowl and all this gambling got to stop. We have a gambling epidemic in our community that we just calling normal, and it's only benefiting the gambling house. It's only benefiting the casino and Las Vegas. That wasn't the Super Bowl. That was the Las Vegas Bowl. Come on, y'all stop playing with me in public, man. Y'all need to start betting on that junk because them people is getting rich off y'all.
And some of them got rich too.
Well, you might as well just go to the gambling house.
They might.
I support.
They done changed it from the gambling house to prizepicks.com.
I support the gambling house before I support Prize Picks. Know why? Because it goes back to the community. They stole Lotto from a black Harlem numbers runner. They called that man a criminal, but now y'all play Mega Money like it ain't no problem. Y'all all right with giving them people y'all money. Y'all just want to persecute me.
Amen. So also, I don't know if y'all saw this. So it was the thing I was gonna say. I saw an article about a man who, and this is one of them cautionary tales about being mindful of what you post on social media. So there was a man who somebody called him broke on social media. So he posted a picture with him and prop money.
And they came for him,
and they did a home invasion, came to his house to try to rob him for fake money that he posted on social media. So kids,
adults,
yeah, because this dude, he don't look like no jitterbug.
No,
yeah. But they actually came to rob the man because he posted some prop money on social media. They did a home invasion, and they said it was like really bad.
Clout is a dangerous drug, and clout is when people search for internet fame, and the internet has been social engineered and psychologically engineered to make us addicted. And I ain't saying this man is addicted. I don't know his addiction, but I do know he has a clout problem. Because if somebody call you broke and you flash some fake money and make yourself a target, now you in danger.
Yep.
Now 3-4 people done got a home invasion charge, facing life in prison because you had some fake movie money. This is a clout problem.
Yeah.
They want clout. People want attention. You know, everybody like to be popular.
So yeah, but I should be able to post some fake money or on
my real money.
You should be and not be worried
if somebody coming to get you.
Yeah,
you better worry.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not doing it, but I'm not doing it.
But I hear you.
At the end of the day, people need to stay out of people.
Yeah, just because I posted don't give you no right to come and try and take it.
No, it don't.
And then you blame me. That's what they call that victim blaming.
Yeah, and not like because you're about to say, not somebody got to go. No, they was going to jail anyway because they were criminal minds because they was thinking like that. This is the brand that they just got caught.
That man's fault.
And
that they going to jail.
They going to jail anyway.
It's your fault that those people going to catch these home invasion cases.
No, because
you posted fake money.
I saw somebody else on Facebook make a post and it was saying that how like that they black friends told on them and they end up going to prison. Like people they call home friends and family end up snitching or whatever. That ain't no black thing.
Oh no, that's a human thing.
Yeah.
Right? That's not no black thing.
The biggest rat ever, they said, was a white guy.
But
they used to call him the bull.
That's a character thing as well. And let me say,
I hear that.
I hate. So when you're in the streets, and tell me if I'm wrong or not. When you're in the streets, you want somebody to give you non-street activity, like the loyalty that you get for non-street activity. Like if you're in there with the scums and you are scheming, and trying to outwit everybody. Why you think you the only schemer in there, and then everybody else supposed to give you loyalty? That is so stupid to me. Like if you're down in the dirt, in the gutter, doing gutter stuff, and you think that all your friends ain't in the gutter.
Q, I like that, Q.
No, but I'm gonna tell you,
I like that.
Q.
I like that, Q. I like that, Q.
I'm gonna answer this for you, Q.
I like that, Q.
I think it speaks to just human nature.
Get your mind out.
People want to be good, and they want to be right, and so even if you wrong, you have rules that make yourself right. Like like it's certain codes, it's certain ethics, it's certain agreements that you have as a part of this industry. Yeah. Right. Like there's industry standards. And I guess we would say that there's industry standards. And in this industry that you're in, if it's a criminal industry, one of the standards that you set is that you don't snitch. And so when people violate those standards, even though society don't understand it, or it's like they've agreed to this code. And so when you sign up for that life, it's like a job. When you come in, they give you a code of conduct. This is what we accept in this job. This is what we don't accept in this job. Well, when you subscribe to that lifestyle, you're accepting that code of conduct. And that's when when you violate the code of conduct, that's when people have a problem with you.
Right. But what I'm saying is I get it. But it's an unspoken rule.
It's unspoken.
Nobody signs it. When you go to your job, they make you sign this document.
But
you just assume that when you get in that is, and then if you're a robber, you just assume that you're like another robber, like, oh, because we partners, we ain't supposed to. Y'all are robbers. That's what y'all do. Like I expect a robber to do what a robber do. And
there's no honor among thieves.
But I want to tell you, I want to introduce a reality. Just like, you know, a lot of secret societies, Illuminati or whatever group you might name, they have a lot of unwritten rules, right? It's based on honor and code, and even criminals have that honor, and that's not all of them.
And even the police,
listen,
like they call it the code of silence.
It's an unwritten rule. It's a lot of unwritten rules.
So you want to, they say it's more good cops than bad cops, and then when
acknowledging the bad cops,
but then when something happens and a good cop stands up, like this woman I remember we talked about a few years ago, when she actually stood up and reported her fellow officer, they blackballed that lady. They had a whole problem with her because she told on her fellow officer, which broke this unwritten rule and this unwritten code. So that stuff is everywhere.
It is, but I just saw that, and like you. But again, this is accountability. You were a drug dealer.
But this is the thing.
You did a crime.
But there's codes, honors among threes.
But if you get caught, and I understand you can be mad at somebody.
You can't tell.
I can.
No, you can't.
If I want to.
Well, you shouldn't see this is what they say in the streets. But this is what they say in the streets.
Oh,
they say in the streets. That's why they made sidewalks. Stay out the road.
Okay.
If you know you're gonna roll, just go get you a job and live the life of a square.
And do you know how many people roll?
Don't sign up for the unwritten rule if you can't follow it.
So you know how many people ride in the street, and when they see something big, what
They
they do?
jump on the sidewalk. Doggone turkey.
Oh, me.
Doggone
And
turkey.
then when you driving down the street and you see something you about to eat, what you do? You swerve.
Yeah.
So like if I'm about to get 100 years, I'm swerving.
So this is the public service announcement. Don't do
Stay out
nothing
the
with
way.
you. It ain't that gonna might
No,
result in you having to choose.
No.
What you do is based on you. Well,
No, and I'm not saying that I don't
Oh,
believe
man.
in that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
like
yeah.
no, but I do say like if you're a part of that life and I'm okay with you staying silent, right?
Yeah,
But if I ain't a part of it, don't
that's
hold me
the
to
line.
that. But
That's
they,
the line.
But they do want to hold you to that.
And I think that's a good point. So here's the other side of that, right? That code applies to those who are living that life. But if you're not living that life, then that's when you can reevaluate, reassess that, right? Because that's when we talk about being a good neighbor, being a nosy neighbor, and all of that kind of stuff. Like when you start trying to enforce the code that has been agreed upon in your industry on everybody, even people who are not in that, and then people who are not in that saying, well, I ain't this or I ain't that, like that's when the lines get blurred between
also,
like just giving a family the justice that they deserve and not being no snitch or keeping it real, because it's some people who like not even involved in that stuff and they can really help a family who might be dealing with something, but because you deciding that you're gonna follow the code even though you ain't in that lifestyle,
a family can't get
not family.
It's the same thing with law enforcement.
That's what I said. It's
Bro,
yeah.
listen, I'm not going against y'all code, right? I'm not saying that I'm snitching. I'm not saying any of that. But what I will tell you is that sometimes, even in the streets, sometimes people go too far. Like I might rock with it, but no, hey, I ain't signed up for that.
Yeah.
No.
So I want to give a shout out to Uncle Archie. Uncle Archie not black. He say, look, if you want to avoid all of that, just do it by yourself.
Yep.
And listen, but then this thing, if you want to avoid all that, really, just don't do it. Just stay out of traffic. Don't get in the road. You know what I'm saying? This is what the OGs told me, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can't stand the consequences of your actions, stay on the sidewalk. Don't be in the streets. This ain't the place for you. Everything ain't for everybody. You're attracted to the lifestyle, the slang. You love how people, the aura of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is, you don't want to take the consequences. So guess what? You can get a job and you can still sag your pants. You can get a job, you can still blow good stuff and do all these things, but you don't have to put yourself in a compromised situation that you're not ready for. And that's what hurts everybody.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Miss Teresa says, Jabbar, Edmund, everyone who has a job is not a square. I think you just said that too. Charlie Funk. It didn't make if you get a square job.
But I want to say this, because yes, if you got a job that is a square, there's nothing wrong with being a square and standing on your square. This is like Masonic stuff. Right, a square in the blocks you build. So when I step into a room, I'm always standing on my square. Right, I'm not a square. Right, I got my first job at 40 years old. I'm not a square, but I stand on the square every day.
I'm clear on what she's saying.
But no,
square in air quotes.
But no,
because you got
people that don't want to be squares, but you are. Per definition, there's nothing wrong with it.
Now watch this. Now watch this though. Now watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Go for it.
The reason, so look, I was in the streets and I had a job. Right. So just having a job don't make you a square. That's what Mr. Teresa's saying. Like you can be doing your thing and actually going to work.
Watch this.
Because it was that job that actually saved my life.
But see, listen, this is the truth, right? You have squares, right?
Okay.
Then you have like people who stand on squares, right?
Okay,
this is
my brother.
This is something to be understood.
I hear
right?
you, my brother.
Listen, receive this. Receive this.
Let's go.
Receive this. There's nothing wrong with being a square and living the life of a square.
Agreed.
It has a bad connotation, and don't fear it, right? Because everybody ain't street niggas, everybody ain't YNs. There's titles for a reason, and your actions put you in the box. And whether you know it or not, that might make us
so are you disagreeing with Miss Teresa when she say everyone who has a job is not a
No,
square?
I ain't disagreeing with that.
Okay, thank you.
That's
all right, so you listened to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You went all the way around the block.
You did. You said, wait, I got something to say. I'm a square.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, come on.
He just
What we
can't
doing
do
here?
it. If you
Like,
say
what
right,
we
he got to
doing?
go left. Even if he's gonna end up making that right turn.
I ain't said
Go
nothing.
ahead,
Ask
Carla,
Qiana.
introduce yourself.
Oh, we do got
And then we're gonna do an Ask Qiana. Go ahead.
I just want to say that sometimes you may start at doing something at one maturity or one age in your life, you may mature to something else. So anything you get involved, give yourself time to mature, because you might start out with one code of conduct where you thought you was gonna live that life and be in the streets, but as you get older, become a grandma, a grandpa, a auntie, or uncle, certainly you're gonna change your mind and you might don't live by that same
That's
code
me.
no more.
That's right.
That's
Thank
me.
you for that.
That's me. You.
Great content.
I'm the grandpa that changed his mind. But and I'm gonna say this, and this is not an attack or swipe at people. Being a square is an all right thing. Is a person who chose a certain lifestyle to live.
We already had that conversation.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you for
we
that.
did.
But I don't.
I mean,
Yeah,
I think we're clear on that.
yeah.
I don't need to rehash that.
Thank you.
Okay, we got 7 minutes.
We
Go
can do
ahead.
Ask Qiana, but thank you for that introduction as well. Ask Qiana is brought to you by the One Community Grocery Co-op, ocgc.coop. Dear Qiana, I've been feeling overwhelmed, trying to hold everything together. Work is stressful, bills are piling up, and at home, I'm the one everybody leans on. I don't really have space to fall apart, even when I feel like I'm running on fumes. I'm tired mentally, emotionally, and physically. I don't really have a question, but I can definitely use a word of encouragement because it's hard out here right now.
Stay encouraged. Even I totally understand, and most people can't relate. But what I will tell you is, when you do get those couple of seconds, enjoy it. Like you don't have to make a whole lot of time for yourself to pour into yourself. It could be your bath time.
Okay.
Like you to like take that time. Don't bring your phone in there. Cut your phone off. Listen to the music. Take a bath. Like, people so in a rush, they take quick showers. They in there. If you got a tub, sit down, soak, get your thoughts together. Do what you need to do, and it doesn't have to necessarily take a lot of your time. But when you do have those couple of seconds, take advantage of it. Even if it's just sitting in your car when you pull up and you want to listen to your favorite song, so you get in a good mindset when you go in there and you did something for yourself.
Yeah.
That's
good, Q.
Yeah, just it's the little small things. I would tell you to try to take a day or a weekend, but sometimes that's not possible.
Yeah.
Right. But when it is, you do that. And then you can do staycations too.
Okay.
Because sometimes it's easier, even if you're going in with your regular day, to just get a hotel and wake up somewhere else other than your bed.
Yeah. Even if it's in town.
Even if you're getting up and going to work the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, like you could go home and say, hey, I cooked dinner, you said it, and then you go to the hotel and then you wake up the next day. It's just that you have that peace that you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So that's all that's what I have for it.
Mr. Edmund, what, you got a word?
Oh yeah, I think just keep going. I mean, I don't think we have a lot of options, man. You know what I'm saying? Life hard, this stuff hard. Expectations don't get met. People feel a certain way, and it's all right. It's all right. It's all right to feel all emotions, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's a human thing, and go through it and get through it. You know what I mean? And I'm glad they wrote a letter or said something, because that's the first part of addressing things.
Yeah.
But the reality is, life play hard. You got to play harder. You can't. You know what I'm saying? I think we have a false expectation of what we expect life to be, and life usually interrupts that for everybody. And so we got to learn fast.
It's adulthood, but you can. But you have seconds that you can take. You do, but you have times that you can pause. And and a lot of times we don't take advantage of that.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that we have those things, and that goes back to like my end of the day, like I say, right? Because those things again help relax your mind.
That's true.
Like, and then you be like, so. Yeah.
I agree with that. I think you're right. Like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, can be as short or as long as you make it. And what you do in that time and how you use that space. Like I'm intentionally, I sit quiet for 15 minutes and do a meditation every morning. Just, you know what I mean? And to your point about like taking a bath, like really sitting down and soaking, like those are things that you can do to just kind of reset and prepare yourself, because, you know, to Mr. Edmonds' point, it is hard. And a lot of times, you know, what they say, God don't put no more on you than you can bear, but other people will.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so being mindful of the yeses that you give and the commitments that you've made. And if you're in those situations where you can't, you know, negate them, then you got to be able to do what we talking about with this Trop. You got to be able to pause for a minute. I ain't stopping, but I'm finna pause for this next 30 minutes or this next 20 minutes so that I can be prepared to walk into this situation. I can be prepared mentally. I can be prepared physically. You know, taking them, like I do I got a 5-minute workout that I do.
Yeah.
And it get my heart rate up pretty decent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In 5 minutes, because that stuff, like I said, it can be as long as short as you make it, but you have to be intentional about how you spending your time from moment to moment, because that's what life is really.
And you got to learn, because you probably don't have boundaries.
Okay.
You probably don't have set boundaries for people. And people who take care of people don't have boundaries typically.
Okay.
You know, and I will tell you this, I had to learn this, when you're the go-to person for them, for people, it's because you're the most reliable. Not saying that you're the only, but you're the most reliable.
Right.
So if you say no, they will find somebody else to do it.
I've seen that happen.
They will
99% of the time.
Right. So it's okay.
The thing
to
that
say no.
that you was the only person that can help them with, and then when you wasn't able to help them,
they found somebody else. You were the most reliable person to do that. So just remember that. So we got 1 minute. Final thoughts?
That was my final thoughts. We got a lot of stuff happening, so we'll come back Wednesday with some announcements, let you know what's cooking, what's good. But yeah, we're moving forward with a purpose. So thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh man, big shouts out to Black Money Movement. Y'all keep supporting. Well, we're moving support. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. Y'all keep spending money and shopping with each other.
All right. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Qiana.
Hey, and I'm the one and only Mr. Edmonds.
Up next is Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes.
And shout out around the house.
All right, we out.
Bing, bing.
2017, I said stop.